Alright. Let's see how far we can get today. I do plan to try and... LinkedIn, shut up. Try and end it tonight. No idea if we'll be able to manage that. My voice is already quite... not where it's supposed to be. Not the... fittest, but I have some throat cough drop thingies somewhere. I just need to find them. But yeah, let's just hope for the best and hope that the game actually gives me a whole bunch of, you know, conversations between characters so I don't have to talk myself. But yeah, we never know. And it probably won't happen since we probably have to go deeper and deeper into her mental breakdown. But yeah, did I miss anything? Right, she made her conviction that she's gonna live a better life or something like that. Made a pact with KOJIRO, best boy. I need more KOJIRO to get corpses out of the morgue. We still don't have an idea as to what her plan is to actually get those out of the morgue. So I guess we'll learn that pretty soon.
What's with that look? Got something up your ass?
Come on, just follow me.
I grabbed Tomoe's wrists and guided her away from the labyrinth of desks and into the elevator, waiting patiently for us. Since when does an elevator wait for you? We emerge from the double doors to the lobby. The place is quiet and nearly empty. It offers significantly more privacy than the crowded 14th floor.
God, your fingers are bony. You're pinching me.
Sorry.
I let go of her wrist and she rubs it gingerly against her clothes.
Anyway, what's up?
I hesitate for a moment. Even though I ran through this scenario in my head during the train ride, I'm still anxious about playing it out now. But this situation involves Tomoe. Either directly or indirectly. As my friend, she needs to know.
I think Corpse Girl is going to target Kotomi Ida.
Eh? Did she get one of them photos?
Her reaction is fairly indifferent. The thought about being involved in Tsurumaki's death, this news, would have more of an impact on her. I thought after, well, I can read, yes, maybe,
Well,
sometimes.
No, I don't think so, but...
How do you know then?
That's hard to explain. Just bear with me.
You're gonna reveal
Kotomi and
your...
Shinya had a falling out. Because of her,
Ah, okay.
his career here is at an end. I'm sure he told you about it.
Yep.
That makes sense. Shinya would confide in his girlfriend about his career, but I don't know the extent of Tomoe's inside knowledge. I think she would be a bit more, you know, upfront about it if she knew what Kotomi did. I doubt she knows the true nature of the relationship. Yeah, true. Judging by how nonchalant her reaction has been so far.
So, if you can kind of guess what I'm getting at?
What?
I think, maybe, that Shinya requested her death.
Shinya? Nah, he don't have it in him. Besides, that bitch has it coming.
She does?
Yep. I'm surprised you found out about it, but... I plugged her photo into Corpse Girl's website yesterday.
Oh, so it was you, Tomoe? I'm stunned. I can hardly formulate a response to Tomoe's confession.
Absolute skank. She deserves to die.
Okay.
But why? After you requested Akane Tsurumaki's death, why would you...
Look, it's not about Shinya's career, alright?
Oh,
I
so
spoke
she
with her.
knows.
Real deep and meaningful, like. He confided in me. But since we're friends, I suppose I can share it with you. Kotomi Ida has been sexually assaulting him.
Seriously?
But guys, I know, weird concept, but how about going to official sources and getting her arrested? I know, doesn't reflect well on the victim, sadly. I still don't get why there's victim blaming and stuff like this. Especially in cases like this, where from the male side, he will get like, you got sexually assaulted by a woman, you're so weak. Like, what the fuck, guys? So yeah, there's definitely a stigma about it. But I don't know, I would want the person to be brought to justice. Not necessarily die, but, you know. Yeah. Something different. I feign a surprised reaction. In reality, I'm just more taken aback that Shinya actually confessed to Tomoe. True that, but I guess he has more of a backbone than I gave him credit to.
It's been going on for months, he says. And now she's fucked his career up, so he'll have no choice but to leave the company. He leaves, and she gets off free without anyone finding out about what she's been doing to him. I hate her. I hate her so fucking much.
I tried to digest Tomoe's words. I didn't know that Shinya has been putting up with the abuse for such a long time. All the more reason to bring it to light. Maybe there are more people involved, but you can't tell me in a company this big, nobody noticed the sexual assault happening within the company. So there has to have been someone else covering up what Kotomi did, especially since there's definitely gonna be some security cameras, at least somewhere. So, who knows? Maybe. A security guard actually knows what's going on and is just withholding that information to save his own ass. I don't know. So, Kotomi's motive for ending his career was purely out of self-interest. She was probably looking for a reason, any reason, to discard him, and that slight incident with Aoi was just good enough for her to seize. If he quits the company, she won't get found out. It's a simple plan, but utterly devious. When he leaves the company, he has no reason to keep his mouth shut. So, I don't know. If anything, I would try to keep him in the company if I were that woman. Trying to take advantage of someone in a lower position than myself. Try to keep him in the company and keep him low. That's all I would do. Not get him out of the company unless I missed something. I think it's a friend. Huh. Oh well.
We should tell someone what she's been doing. She can't get away with that.
She ain't gonna get away with it. Corpse Girl's coming for her, remember? I can't wait to hear the news about Kotomi winding up dead somewhere. I hope she gets her throat slit.
Yeah.
But hey, how'd you find out about it?
Tomoe cocks her head and gives me a concerned look. I brace myself as I watch the gears slowly turning inside her head, waiting for her to point the finger at me. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to reveal this information to Tomoe. I should have just kept my mouth shut and fulfilled the request, like always. Damn it. Why does my curiosity always get the better of me? I'm going to cause my own demise at that rate I'm going.
Oh, I figured it out. Kotomi must have received a photo and told you about it, huh?
Right.
Wow, that corpse girl sure works fast.
Tomoe's gleeful expression suddenly caves in and she gasps.
Wait a minute. Why would she even show you something like that?
Yeah.
When I think about known about Kotomi is...
I flinch as Tomoe takes a purposeful step towards me.
You're a corpse girl, aren't you?
Wow, she has more brains than I thought. Good job, Tomoe. But I guess you're gonna get gaslit into believing otherwise.
You have to be. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I avert my gaze and look to the floor in silence.
Are you for real? I can't believe it.
You took your sweet time figuring it out.
Don't give me that bullshit. You can't expect me to figure out something like that if you're gonna try so hard to hide it. What the fuck, girl? You get your rocks off by killing people?
No, not exactly. I don't kill people.
The hell you don't! Explain that bitch Tsurumaki.
She killed herself.
Yeah, she killed herself. That's the cover-up, right?
I'm serious. She killed herself. But Corpse Girl encouraged her to do it.
Yes, I still don't get behind that idea. Tomoe blinks a few times, her face crunching up and analyzing my blank expression.
Telling the truth.
Yeah?
Holy shit. I can't believe this. You're really Corpse Girl?
There's no going back now. After hiding my true identity for nearly a year, I've managed to reveal it to 2 people in less than 24 hours. Well, the other person already knew for a couple of days, so don't worry. I just hope I haven't made a fatal mistake.
It's true. I'm Corpse Girl.
Wow, fuck me, right? All this time I've been thinking you're just some goth skank with weird hobbies. But you're actually pretty fucking cool. You're actually doing something with your life.
Huh? I thought you'd be angry with me.
Angry? Why would I be angry? God, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. I'm friends with fucking Corpse Girl. And people said I'd never amount to nothing. Though it took me long enough to figure it out. I ain't the sharpest light bulb in the shed.
I can't argue with that.
No, I'm actually kinda glad you figured it out. And I don't think everyone would have put 2 and 2 together. Sure, it's easy enough to figure out, but... Tomoe laughs and puts her arm around my shoulder. I shrink away a little, but a good cheer is somewhat infectious. I feel a flood of relief wash through my body.
So, like, I gotta know. How many people have you killed?
I said I don't kill people.
Maybe
remember?
you shouldn't do this in the foyer of your
you know
workplace.
what I mean. How many have offed themselves because of you?
It's an embarrassingly small number.
That's so? Oh, that's a shame.
Right.
Listen, you gotta fill me in on all the juicy deets later, Kay. For now, please focus on getting rid of that bitch Kotomi.
I'll do my best.
Thanks, slut. Shinya and I will owe you one for sure.
Tomoe swings around and looks towards the elevator. She turns back and gives me a thumbs up gesture.
This convo never happened. Got it?
Maybe next time look for a place that is less easy to be overheard. But sure.
That's my line. You can't tell anyone about me and Corpse Girl.
Please, who would I tell?
Well, the police, for starters?
Fuck 'em. I ain't a squealer. I'm on your side, Corpse Girl. Relax. Anyway, peace.
Tomoe ducks away and leaves me standing alone. I wonder what would have happened if I didn't make Aoi angry. If I had to have had more conversations with her. I'm kind of glad that I went after her. And she hates me now. Good job, me. I'm sorry, I can't stand that girl. She's fine, she's fine. It's just, I don't know. I already don't like many of the characters, and having to deal with too many is just exhausting. So I just want to see Kojiro and I'm fine. Just Kojiro. Give me Kojiro! I really hope I made the right decision here. I suppose I don't have a choice but to keep moving forward. My first order of business should be to take care of Kotomi, Ida. If I can get her to kill herself, it'll prove to Tomoe that I am not messing around, and it might cement our friendship even further. I just have to get through the rest of the workday. Then I can return home and focus on crafting Kotomi's corpse photo. That's when the real fun will begin. I reach into the drawer and clutch a cheap plastic burner phone between my fingers. Crafting the photo of Kotomi Ida is done. All I need to do now is send it. I thought about waiting until tomorrow, but I already put off making the photo for a day. So, I'll make my move tonight. During editing, I time-stamped the photo with tomorrow's date, 10:46 AM. It doesn't leave much time if Kotomi receives the photo tonight, but I'm confident the plan will be effective. Kotomi will look at the photo tonight. She'll either freak out and end it, or immediately, or after a sleepless night of anxiety, she'll pull the trigger, figuratively speaking, instead of going to the office in the morning. She doesn't seem to be the type, you know, but no, well, we shall see if it works. This overall magic of getting people to kill themselves is already strange enough. I could cross my fingers and hope that by divine intervention, someone else will take her life. But based on my recent failures, I don't think that's likely anymore. If anyone else was ever involved in the deaths of corpse girls as victims, I don't think they're still around. Why else would my last few attempts have failed? No, my best bet is to urge Kotomi to simply kill herself. A convincing enough corpse photo might be enough to lure her to her death. When I turn on the burner phone, I'm happy to see the battery is still charged. I load up the phone number masking app, enter my trademark digits, and then shoot the photo into the network. If Kotomi is a screen addict like the rest of society, she'll be freaking out in about 10 seconds. Since this victim is going to have a quick turnaround time, I'll take the burner to the back shed tonight to store it, and I'll ditch it on the way to the office tomorrow. I'm not expecting a reply within such a narrow time frame, so there's no need to hold onto the phone for 24 hours like I normally do. Touching the phone with one hand, I grab my keys from the kitchen bench with the others. I step towards the front door. Beep, beep, beep. The phone in my hand vibrates violently. I nearly drop it in terror.
What the?
Bring the screen swiftly to my face and read the alert. One new message. Without thinking, I unlock the phone and open the message. It's a reply from Kotomi Ida. You think this is funny? I know who you are. I'll report you to the police.
Oh my god.
Holy shit! He actually replied. For the first time since Corpse Girl started her grand work, I've actually received a reply from a victim. Even though I used the number mask, there's actually nothing stopping someone from directly replying to my message. A reply message would still be sent through the network and back to the burner phone SIM card. The number mask is simply a stealth tactic, disabling the ability to view what the phone number actually is. It doesn't prevent replies. I discard the burner phones anyway, but it's an extra layer of security, not to mention a big recording card. Judging by Kotomi's response, I assume we have a fighter on our hands. He's not going to give in easily. The threat about reporting me to the police is a bluff. I'm confident that she couldn't possibly know my identity.
I've been waiting for this. I've waited so long for someone to reply.
I can finally put my contingency plan into practice. I've been holding out for this moment. I feel a wicked grin split my face in two and I mesh my fingers against the screen as I compose a venomous reply. You like the photo? That's you in about 12 hours, unless you follow my instructions. The message sends in an instant. I eagerly await the next reply. I'm not left waiting for long. Kotomi's response comes through within seconds. Her attitude has completely changed. Please, I'll do anything. What do you want?
I called your bluff, you piece of shit. Now you'll do what I tell you to.
I enter my instructions clearly and concisely. Pack 500,000 yen into a bag. Put it in coin locker 6644 in Shinjuku Station. Retrieve the item already inside. Put the locker key inside a full soda bottle and leave it on top of the locker. After I send the message, I decide to add one last bit. Do it now. Make sure no one sees you. Then go to platform 12. Do not board a train. Await my instructions. Satisfied with this addendum, I hit send. If Kotomi truly fears for her well-being, she'll carry out the instructions. Her response arrives shortly. Okay, I'll do it. I'm going there now.
Yes!
I've done it. I've convinced her. I'll collect the money once I'm sure she's no longer hanging around. 500,000 yen is nothing to sneeze at. It's not life-changing, but can cover my rent for a good few months. I chose this amount to simply test the waters. Asking for an insane amount would make it impossible for a victim to follow through. But I figured someone like Kotomi, an exec for a big company, would easily have access to this much dough. I'll go collect the money. And if everything goes well, Kotomi Ida will disappear before sunrise. Though the hour is late, quite a few commuters are still navigating through Shinjuku Station's wide platforms and underground labyrinth. The train station beneath my feet is a sprawling metropolis that extends below the city. It's packed with restaurants, shops, and other outlets. But as I'm standing on one of the countless train platforms above ground, that world might as well be a completely different dimension. The only problem is that I'll have to brave the maze as soon as I descend the platform stairs. I tend to get dizzy in such places. My normal morning route doesn't require me to travel through the underground plaza. I'm able to exit the station within minutes of my train arriving at the platform. Still, I'm somewhat familiar with the layout of the underground. I know exactly where coin locker 6644 is located. The coin lockers in train stations like these are a popular way for people to store luggage or personal belongings for a few hours at a time. In Shinjuku, it can often be difficult to find even a single available locker. But coin locker 6644 is special. I approach it from the main passageway of the underground and my eyes take in the familiar sight. Locker 6644 sits in the middle row, nestled between countless other lockers. Across its door is a thick coat of graffiti. Colourful curse words sprayed on with thick paint adorn the locker. The graffiti is such an eyesore that it acts as a deterrent to anyone who might want to store their belongings. The icing on the cake is the condition of the coin-operated lock. The thing is busted and dented from physical abuse, like someone has tried to pry into it with a crowbar on multiple occasions. However, I know from testing it firsthand that the lock still works, despite its battered appearance. No one in their right mind would use this locker, and that makes it the perfect spot to host my pickup. Glancing at the locker, I notice that a soda bottle sits on top of it. A soda bottle full of bubbly, opaque liquid. I quickly look around to make sure that Kotomi Ida is nowhere in sight. I walk past the locker and complete a lap around the immediate area, scanning thoroughly for her. But she isn't here. In fact, there are very few people in this little section of the station. Good. She followed my instructions perfectly. After leaving the key in the soda bottle, she left immediately. I approach the locker once more. I reach up above it and retrieve the soda bottle, then crack it open to hear the fizzy hiss. I bring the lip of the bottle to eye level and peer inside, trying to identify the shape of the key within the swirling ocean of carbonation. There it is. I try to fish inside the narrow bottle opening with my fingers. Thin though they are, I can't squeeze more than one finger inside the bottle at a time. I could tip the bottle over and let the soda and the key spill out onto the floor, but if someone sees me being a nuisance and causing a mess, it'll draw unwanted attention. Dude, go to the next restroom and... whatever. Use the next sink available. No? Too easy? Guess so. I've got no choice but to chuck back some of the soda and try to catch the key in my mouth. What? Oh. Brains, where are you? You left this person. As disgusting as the concept is, I need to steel myself. I raise the bottle to my lips, tilt my head back and pour the foul liquid into my open mouth. The saccharine tang of artificial flavoring assaults my taste buds and I immediately want to vomit. But I'm committed to seeing this through. I can throw up later. The most important thing is getting the key. It isn't until the bottle is half empty that the cold metal key drops into my mouth. It clangs against my teeth and I nearly choke in surprise. Sputtering and spitting, I feel droplets of soda running down my chin. My cheeks are puffed up like a squirrel as I try to retain the key and the soda in my mouth. I reach my fingers into pursed tight lips and recover the tiny key. I quickly swallow down the rest of the soda in my mouth, trying hard not to release the repugnant bulk. I turn the key over in my hand and smile. My sticky teeth adhere to my lips and It takes me a few seconds to lick them clean. Tossing the soda bottle into the nearby trash can, I wipe the key clean on my skirt and quickly insert it into the coin locker. I twist the key, turn the latch, and swing the locker doors open. Inside the door vault is a single bag, a simple paper pouch, like you would get at a grocery store. I pull the paper bag out and take a look inside. Thick stacks of 10,000 yen bills fill the bag. I'm not foolish enough to stand here and count it out, but I'm confident the amount is at least pretty close to what I requested.
It worked! My plan worked!
You're an idiot, if you think so. I can hardly believe it. I devised this contingency plan months ago. I waited so long to try it out. All I needed was somebody to reply to their corpse photo. Somebody to try and reject their fate. I wanted to prove that people would bow to fear and do anything to save their own skin. And it seems that I was right.
Just one more thing to do.
I fold up the paper back and clutch it tightly. With my free hand, I pull the burner phone out of my handbag and compose a message to Kotomi, who should be obediently waiting above ground on the train platform. When the next train arrives on your platform, stop the first person to disembark. You must kill them. If you escape, leave this prefecture and never return. It's done. When I first opened the coin locker and retrieved the paper bag, I immediately noticed the knife that I had placed inside months ago was missing. Kotomi followed every word of my instructions. My message had read, pack 500,000 yen into a bag, put it in coin locker for 6644, Shinjuku Station, retrieve the item already inside. I've given Kotomi an opportunity. She can trade another life for her own. If she kills someone exiting the train, Corpse Girl will spare her life. It's a simple exchange, and one that I bet she's willing to make. If she gets away with the murder, she'll flee from this place. I won't see her ever again, and neither will Shinya Otomo. To us, she'll be as good as dead. And as for Corpse Girl, well, as long as a body is claimed in exchange, she'll be satisfied. After a few minutes of waiting for a reply to the message, I figure that she's not going to write back. She's probably getting ready to fulfill her task. Keen to witness how this unfolds, I take the nearest escalator up towards the train platform. What? This scene is absolute chaos. Give me a second, I need to answer something. Okay. It wasn't difficult at all to navigate to this area. All I had to do was follow the echoing screams. I spy the shadowed form of a body lying on the platform in front of me. Can't make out any details, but a shallow pool of blood reflects the harsh light shining from up high. To my surprise and delight, a second body is brought across the ground nearby. It's a young woman's corpse, with one arm raised against the side of a vending machine. Adrenaline surges through me at the violent scene. Eeeh, she managed to take out 2 people. She might be my new favorite person in the entire world. I hear panicked voices in the background and I turn my head slowly. What the? Two more bodies on the ground. 2 men in expensive-looking suits are collapsed in puddles of their own blood. One of the men is still moving and groaning, pleading for somebody to stem the tide of gore. A familiar, lustful, tingling sensation begins to stir and rise through my belly, my thighs, my pelvis. I feel my toes clench and my breathing grows heavier. There's one more surprise to be had here amidst this beautiful spectacle of carnage. A woman is slumped in one of the plastic chairs that lines the platform. Her head is tilted, her suit jacket stained with red. A thick knife with a black grip protrudes from the side of her neck. A bubbling river of vital fluids cascades around the glimmering blade and pools within her shirt collar. Even with her face masked by blood, it doesn't take me more than a few seconds to recognize her identity. Eeeh, dead. Where is the train conductor? Just a quick question. Shouldn't he have alarmed somebody? I swing around and take in the entire view of the platform. Counting up the bodies in the path of slaughter, my mind pieces together a theoretical scenario. Kotomi waited as the train doors opened, knife drawn. The knife she retrieved from locker 6644. When the first person stepped out of the train, she stepped in him and left him for dead. The body that I first saw, laying on the edge of the platform, is perfectly aligned next to the train to fit this trajectory. In a panic, Kotomi would have attempted to flee. She bumped into her second victim, the young woman slumped against the vending machine, and cut her down desperately to make her escape. Judging by the wound on Kotomi's own body, I would assume the 2 businessmen lying face down tried to apprehend her. They must have sustained fatal wounds before finally managing to wrest the knife away and plunge it into Kotomi's neck. It's all just speculation, but I'm fairly confident that's how this whole event played out. It was probably over in less than 60 seconds. And it couldn't have worked out better for me. I never dared hope that Kotomi would meet her end once this plan had been set into motion. I would have been satisfied with her simply skipping town. I feel my legs weakening under my weight, and I'm afraid I might buckle at any second. The waves of radiating heat spreading through my body are causing me to tremble and shake. There's so much blood. It's everywhere. I've seen it in countless photos and thought I had become desensitized to it. But maybe I was wrong. Seeing blood in real life is completely different. I feel faint and pale and excited and aroused. I need to get out of here before the police arrive. More importantly, I need to get away before I collapse in a sweaty heap of lust and pleasure. I turn on my heel and sprint down the rising escalator as fast as my quivering legs will permit. June 11th, Thursday morning. Another morning fueled by coffee. Once again, I didn't manage to get much sleep last night. I want to say it's not my fault, but I know that's not entirely true. The grisly visage of all those slain people on the train platform was burned into my mind's eye. Every time I started to drift off to sleep, a splash of blood or a fleck of gore would appear in my thoughts, and I would snap awake again. And the sight of Kotomi-ida with a knife sticking out of her neck made me shiver more than a few times. Nevertheless, I'm here now, at the office as usual. Witnessing violence on that level in person was a different experience than I had expected it to be. However, it has helped steel my resolve. I'll need to desensitize myself to that kind of carnage if I am to continue with Corpse Girl's ambitions. I sat down. Hi, Xerox. You as well. Thank you, thank you. Have a great evening and enjoy whatever you're gonna do. I set down the second empty can of coffee on my desk and leaned back in my chair. I catch a glimpse of Tomoe tapping away on her keyboard, completely oblivious to what went down last night. There was a news broadcast regarding the event, of course, but the finer details of what occurred have been kept under wraps. It'll probably take the police and the media a little more time to get the story straight. It's not often that a mass killing spree takes over the news, and whether or not the identities of those involved will be revealed is beyond me. Woman! They will try to figure out your identity just because you were on the security cameras and ran away. You were not involved, sure, but you were there and did not report. For now, I'll assume that Tomoe is in the dark about the event. I don't take her as the kind of girl to be up to date on current events. Even if she did hear about the stabbings, she couldn't possibly know that Kotomi was the culprit. I should probably fill her in later, though. She'll want to know that Corpse Girl claimed her victim, even if it was in kind of a roundabout way. Maybe you shouldn't tell her that you kind of forced her into it, but hey. I stretch my arms above my head, let out a small sigh, and proceed to crack open a third can of coffee before getting back to work.
You got a minute?
Shit, yeah. I wanted to speak to you anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, you go first.
For sure. Well, I wanted to thank you for killing Kotomi-ida. I don't know how you did it, but thanks.
Huh? How did you know she died?
Oh, come on. She didn't come in today, right? And there was that brutal stabbing incident over at the station last night. It don't take a genius to put 3 and 3 together. That shit went down so close to here, where we spend so much of our time. Chances were good that it affects someone you know.
I shake my head at her logic. This city is home to more people than you could count. I don't know how she came to the conclusion, but the fact that she's actually correct just blows my mind. Give me a second. Okay, now, her logic is kind of sound here, let's be honest. Sure, it's not entirely implausible that people involved at the stabbing incident would be someone else. But since she believes that Corpse Girl can entice people to get killed by others or themselves, of course, she would assume that when something does happen, after she already thinks that or knows that she received that picture, and then of course. But yeah, well, whatever. Not everybody is as dense as you, Noriko.
Well, yeah. I guess that's it then.
I'm thankful. For serious. Yeah, Corpse Girl really did me and Shinya solid. If there's ever anything you need, like, no matter how dirty, then count me in. I owe ya.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
Sure. So, like, what'd you want to say to me?
Oh, I was going to tell you that Kotomi is dead.
Beat you to it, skank! But I got a question or two. How'd you get someone to go on a killing spree and take Kotomi out along with the others? I mean, it wasn't you going around stabbing people, was it?
No, of course not.
Kinda.
Oh?
It kind of happened outside my control. I sent Kotomi a photo of her corpse, just like Corpse Girl's standard mode of operation. And I gave her the instructions to kill someone, if she didn't want the circumstances of the photo to come true.
Holy shit.
She kinda ran with it, I guess. Seems like she took out 4 people before someone fought back and stabbed her.
Noriko,
I
calm
think I'm
down.
in love with her, to be honest.
You weird slut! That's horrible!
What can I say? She went above and beyond.
Still, thanks. Really. Shinya will be stoked.
That's okay. Just doing Corpse Girl's job. Where is Shinya, anyway?
Oh, he was in earlier. Went home a bit early because he wasn't feeling well. Think it was just because he was dreading running into Kotomi, but... Well, he'll sort himself out soon enough. You know, Noriko, you've changed a lot.
I have?
Totes. I mean, I know you act different around me now that we're friends, but it's more than that. You look, I don't know, kind of better? Healthy or something?
Oh. I didn't know about that.
Serious, though. I don't know. Maybe I just see it different now that I know who you really are.
Maybe.
Anyway, I'm gonna get going. You wanna grab a bite or something?
Not today, sorry. Maybe another time?
Sure thing. Right. See you, skank!
Tomoe slaps my shoulder affectionately and takes off towards the train station. If I remember correctly, she did say that she'd be happy to help me out in the future, no matter how dirty the work is. I'll definitely have to take her up on the offer if the need arises. Hi again, Pasikis. I looked up the Silent Hill game. Can't order it yet, but it looks interesting. Another interesting thought crosses my mind. Tomoe seemed kind of surprised that I managed to manipulate Kotomi into going on a killing spree. To be honest, I'm also amazed I managed to pull that off. Which gets me thinking, would it be possible to manipulate more people in the future? After all, I came out of last night's ordeal with 500,000 yen in cash and a bunch of bodies claimed in Corpse Girl's name. Hope you're doing alright, Pazikis. It's a fascinating prospect. There might be something to this. If I can successfully pull the right strings, Corpse Girls' ultimate ambition might be fulfilled sooner than I thought. I continue to dwell on the ultimate possibilities, unlimited possibilities, as I make my way to the station. Standing on the train platform, and thankfully not the same one from last night, which has been temporarily closed, I stare into space, completely lost in thought. I start to wonder how KOJIRO is getting on with finding us a suitable location. I fantasize about having an abandoned warehouse or factory to call our own. My phone cries out desperately for attention. I retrieve it from my handbag and glance at the screen. KOJIRO is requesting a voice chat. I absentmindedly wonder if he read my mind and knew I was thinking about him as I answer the call.
Hello.
Want to see the place?
No greeting, huh?
Sauce. Hi. Want to see the place?
What if I'm busy right now?
Ah, Sauce. You busy?
Naughty call. You're gonna go meet KOJIRO. He's the only reason I'm continuing this game, no matter what other people say. So you're gonna meet him. Otherwise, I'm out. Okay? Okay. Now, stop making KOJIRO apologizing. So, go ahead. Say yes.
No.
Right? Want to see the place?
I roll my eyes and decide to just go along with it. After all, I am dying to move ahead and see what kind of location he has secured for our work.
Yep. Where is it?
Mad. Shin Okubo, behind K-Town. An abandoned factory. Just what you wanted.
Shin Okubo. That's suspiciously convenient.
Why?
I work in Shinjuku. It's just one station away on my train line.
Okay, I'm heading there now. You in?
I'm in. How do I get to the factory from the station?
Exit the station to Okubodori. That's K-Town proper. I'll message you the full address.
Okay, got it. Just head through Koreatown. I'll be there soon.
Mad. Bye.
Smelling like rain again. KOJIRO ends the call and I immediately receive a message with the factory's address. Seems easy enough to get to. I feel a bit nervous about going there. It's a new place and it's located in a town I don't normally travel to. But for some reason, I feel energetic. I actually feel enthused about this. Maybe it's because I haven't been hidden away at home all day. I've been at work around other people. Perhaps that helps me acclimate the concept of going somewhere new. And the chances of someone sneaking up behind me and strangling me in broad daylight are pretty slim, I think. As I put my phone away, the train pulls up to the platform. The same train that was going to take me home will take me to Shin Okubo, the very next stop from here. I'm a little wary of how convenient this is turning out to be. It could be KOJIRO is luring me into a trap, but I don't know. I think he genuinely wants to be involved with Corpse Girls' work. I board the train and stand by the doors, ready to disembark at the station. The abandoned factory is almost exactly how I imagined it would be. Tall, broad, foreboding, eroded and worn down, with brick walls and steel sheeting covered with thick layers of black exhaust. Gigantic metal pipes protrude from within and wrap around the exterior, only to re-enter through vents here and there. A series of ventilation shafts and chimneys line the roof, but they don't release even a single puff of smoke. This place has been shut down for a long, long time. The front entrance is located at the rear of a small parking lot. It's a simple steel door that has been chained up and padlocked. Further along the side of the building is the loading dock, an expanse of asphalt that leads to a concrete path and a giant roller door. In the dock sits a derelict van covered in a brown tarpaulin.
This place is amazing!
You haven't seen inside yet.
I glance towards the steel door, securely chained shut, and wonder if anyone has entered within the last decade. If KOJIRO has checked out the inside, then he did well covering his tracks.
How do we get in?
Around here.
I follow his lead as he walks towards the corner of the building. A steel railing bars our way, a path, but he swiftly hurdles over it and continues down the side of the factory. I take a minute to climb the railing, making sure not to twist an ankle as I stick the landing on the other side.
Through here.
KOJIRO points to an open window. Thankfully, there seemed to be enough of a gap for someone as large as KOJIRO to slip through. I shouldn't have an issue getting in either, despite my thin, heavy-set frame. He slides in first, and I quickly follow. And with that, I find myself inside the factory. The place is huge. It's an open plan design and it's pretty much empty. A few stray pieces of odd machinery line one wall. A small forklift, a pallet jack, and a bunch of buckets and mops catch my attention. All of this could be useful for our little operation. A number of iron workbenches are piled up in a stack. They look heavy and rusted, but they would probably make good tables for resting corpses on. Aside from these miscellaneous items, the factory is essentially bare. The concrete floor is in bad shape, cracked and worn from probably 50 years of use. The thick brick walls are scorched in some places and dented in others. Still,
It's perfect.
Thanks. Figured you'd approve.
How did you know about this place?
KOJIRO doesn't answer immediately. His eyes turn to the stupendously high ceiling with its array of glass sunlights beaming light down upon us. After a minute, he turns back to
Dad
me.
used to work here.
Yeah?
What did he do here?
This place used to manufacture steel fencing, chain link fences, barbed wire, chicken mesh. That kind of thing.
Huh, I see.
A lot of that is imported now. There's still an industry here, but Dad couldn't compete. Went out of business maybe a dozen years ago. Died about a month later.
He died?
That's how it goes.
I'm sorry.
We weren't close. Well, could have been closer.
So, how come no one else bought the factory?
Look around. It's a dump. Who'd want it? Cost a fortune to fix or rebuild. Wonder if it was waiting for us.
Yeah. I wonder.
It definitely all seems too good to be true, but this is the real deal. This is our factory now.
Going half on this, right?
Huh?
Right.
Okay. Good. Welcome home then. Or something.
Let's work well together.
Roger that.
I entered an unlikely partnership with KOJIRO. We've obtained a base of operations, safe from prying eyes. The next step is to fill this factory with corpses and carry on with Corpse Girl's grand scheme.
Thanks for accompanying me home.
No prob. Should I come upstairs?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay. By the way, when are we starting work?
Well, as soon as as soon as Corpse Girl receives another request for a death, we can start on it.
Oh, no grand heist from the morgue first?
Think about it. It's important that the cadavers I use match the details of my victims. I won't know what kind of cadaver to use until I receive a photo of the victim.
Guess that makes sense. What's the big plan anyway? How do we lift corpses from the morgue?
I am interested in that as well. Tell me, what is your grand plan? I had a feeling he would ask about this sooner or later. I did tell him that I had a perfect idea after all. Maybe you shouldn't be talking about this in the house floor thingy, entrance area thing, when your neighbor is already doubting your sanity. Maybe you should have invited him upstairs and talked about it there instead of... whatever. I had a feeling you would ask about this sooner or later. I did tell him that I had a perfect idea after all.
I imagine the biggest issue is writing off the bodies, so to speak. If a cadaver goes missing or is unaccounted for, there will be an investigation. Am I right?
Guess so.
We need to be able to take the bodies away from the morgue without anyone ever knowing they're gone. So, the solution is simple. We only take the cadavers that are due to be cremated.
Okay, wise guy. A delivery company picks up the cremains nearly every day.
Huh? Cremains?
That's what the ashes are called.
Oh, right.
So what do we hand over? Empty canisters?
It's simple. Fake ashes.
Yeah, right. Fake ashes. Like I just have those lying around.
Kojiro stops mid-sentence and stares straight at me.
Huh. Might be onto something.
Don't tell me you do have those lying around.
Not fake ashes. Real cremains. Bodies are cremated every day. Wouldn't be hard to take a bit off the top.
Huh?
Could probably get away with like a quarter?
I'm confused. What are you talking about?
Sauce. Every time someone gets cremated, I'll collect a quarter of the ashes. Store them, put them aside. Won't take long to fill up a whole canister.
Let me see if I follow you. You gather up a little bit of ash from every cadaver that gets cremated. Whenever we want to hoist a body from the morgue, we use the previously gathered ashes to fill a canister. We slap a label on it that says, "These are the remains of so-and-so." Then we take so-and-so out of the morgue. We record that their body has been cremated, when in reality, it's been snatched from the morgue. I imagine the canister of ashes just gets picked up with all the others going out on the same day.
Pretty much. We also put a token in the canister.
A token?
Like a dog tag. Has the cadaver's serial number engraved on it. Normally attached to the body before cremation. They don't burn. Lets the cremains be identified later.
Huh, I see. Can we get our hands on those tokens?
Sure. The bodies we're lifting from the morgue are due for cremation anyway. I can get the tokens engraved without a hitch. Proper serial numbers and all.
Okay, good. This is getting complicated, though. There's quite a bit we have to remember to do.
Don't worry. I'll take you through it when we need to. Most importantly, I'll need to start gathering portions of cremains. Need to have those collected in advance.
Yeah. Thanks. Really.
No props. But big question remains.
What's that?
How do we move cadavers out of the morgue? Ever tried lifting a stiff? Not easy. And you're no bodybuilder. No offense.
None taken?
Look, security in the joint is minimal. I'm there alone like 90% of the time. We don't have to worry too much about getting busted. As long as we cover our tracks, of course, and only take cadavers we've written off, as you put it. Bodies nobody will come looking for.
Hang on. Are there security cameras, alarm systems, anything like that?
Don't think so. Plenty in the hospital proper, though.
That's fine. As long as the morgue is clear.
Still, answer my question. How do we move the bodies? You got a hearse? A truck?
No, but surely we could get something. What about a small van?
You got a license?
No.
Need a driver's license. And not just that, needs to be suitable for a van. A medium vehicle license, I think.
Oh. I don't have a license, but surely driving a van can't be that hard, right? We could just rent a van and wing it.
Uh-huh. Can't even rent one without a license.
Okay then. Do you have the right license?
Don't look at me. Never driven a vehicle in my life.
Yeah, me neither.
Great. So this is a bust.
I put my head in my hands. We got so far. We secured the factory, planned out our heist, and
Hang on.
I whipped my phone out of my bag and skimmed through my noise contacts. I prefer to text than call, but I'm too impatient right now to wait for a response. I start a voice chat request and wait for the recipient to answer.
Hey, Skank, what up?
Tomoe, hey, you got a sec?
Sure.
Do you have a driver's license?
Yep. No car, though.
Okay, what kind of vehicle is your license good for?
Like cars and scooters.
Not vans?
I mean, I don't think so.
I curse under my breath.
Yo, what's the problem? You need a lift or something?
Not quite. I need to, pick something up.
Oh, something big? That why you need a van?
Yeah?
I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. I can't even rent a van with my license.
Yeah, I know.
I shoot a deathly glance at Kojiro and he just shrugs, a look of "I told you so" on his face.
I mean, if you're desperate, you could just buy a van.
Huh?
I see secondhand vans listed for sale all the time. Check out the noise marketplace and the classifieds pages. No one will check for a license on a private sale. It's just one chump selling a van to another chump.
Holy shit. You're right. You're a genius.
Well, I don't know about that.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, you wouldn't object to a driving gig, would you?
I do owe you one, I suppose. You want me to drive a van, though? If I get busted on my license, I'll go to prison.
You won't go to prison. It'll be a fine at most, I think.
I look at Kojiro and he gives me another shrug.
Look, if you get a fine, I'll pay for it. That cool?
With what money?
Yeah, what the hell? What are the chances of getting busted anyway, right? Can you text me the deets or whatever? The address and stuff? Shinny just got to my place, so I gotta get the door.
Okay, will do. Thanks, Tomoe.
Sure. Later, slut!
I end the call and feel a wave of excitement flooding through me.
You get all that?
More or less. You girls sure are loud.
Sorry. So, I'll need you to do me a favor.
By van, right?
Yeah, you're a big, strong man. You won't get ripped off. I'm just a poor little girl.
Cut it out. I'll do it. But you got the money?
As a matter of fact,
I fondly remember swindling a cool 500,000 yen from Kotomi Ida just this week.
we've got a 500,000 budget. Will that do?
Maybe. Can't get you anything modern, but I'm sure it's enough.
Great. You think you can get something tomorrow?
I'll try. The noise marketplace, right?
That's right.
Well, no promises. I'll do my best.
Thank you, really.
Yeah. Okay, I'm heading off. Unless you actually do want me to come upstairs.
No.
Roger that. See you tomorrow. Probably.
Kojiro turns with little more than a wave, exits the building and crosses the street. I quickly ascend the stairs with a slight spring in my step. She is a straight-up idiot. June 12th, Friday morning. I'm more eager than usual to get the day started. When I get out of bed, I take my medication, just like usual. I've been good at keeping up with it lately, sticking to my newfound convictions. I wash down the tablets with a glass of water. After getting dressed, I put on my makeup. The same morning routine, the same movements, the same actions. But I feel good today. I'm not dragging my feet. I'm happy that things are moving forward, both for me and for Corpse Girl. As I'm packing my handbag, I receive a call from Aoi. I haven't spoken to her for a little while. In fact, the last time we spoke, I think it was way back when she didn't come into the office for her first day of work. That was nearly 2 weeks ago. Shit. I really dropped the ball. I'm supposed to be trying to look after her, but I've been so caught up with my own crap. In addition, I've been actively trying to put her out of my mind in order to get over my feelings for her. But now I feel like I've just neglected the poor girl at a time when she needs me the most. I hurriedly answered the call, too guilty to keep her waiting any longer.
Aoi! Hey! Noriko? I'm so glad you called. I've been a terrible friend. I haven't kept in touch with you. No, it's okay. Really. I've been busy. I should have called you earlier. Seriously, I'm sorry. It's okay.
Did you want to talk to me about something?
Yes. Well, I think so.
Please, you can talk to me about anything. I'm Noriko, remember?
Yes, that's true. So, I wanted to ask, have you ever heard of something called Corpse Girl's website?
Yeah, I've heard rumors.
Oh well. It said something like, Aoi knows about Corpse Girls' website? Oh no.
Really? Wow. So, does it really exist?
Apparently, yeah.
I couldn't find any solid information about it. What is it?
Well,
How do I explain this to her? Should I explain this to her? Aoi is so sweet and innocent. Does she need to know about a website designed to conjure the omnipresent specter of death?
it's all just hearsay. I wouldn't take it too seriously.
Oh, but I want to know. Well, people say that you can use the site to request somebody's death. Request a death? But how? How does it work? Really, I don't know. I've heard that the victim receives a photo of their own corpse. The photo is supposedly sent from the future. Whoa. Really? That sounds like something from a manga. Yeah, suppose it does. Have you ever used the website? Of course not, silly. What kind of person do you think I am? Sorry. Why are you so excited about this anyway? Oh, no reason. I kinda just like weird stuff like this. You do? I never knew that. You don't know everything about me, Miss Noriko.
Even though through the phone I can sense that Aoi is in a happier mood than usual. Her cheery voice gives me a sense of nostalgia, and I think back to the time we spent together in school.
Don't go using the site, okay? It's not good to mess with crap like that. Don't worry. I wouldn't use something so scary. I just heard about it and, well, I got kind of curious is all. Alright. By the way, how is everything? Are you still working at the maid cafe? Yeah. And that customer of yours? He's still around. You're not in trouble, are you? No.
A light suddenly switches on in my mind and I realize why Aoi was asking about Corpse Girls' website.
Aoi? You're not thinking about requesting that guy's death, are you? Aoi, you told me that you didn't even want to get the police involved. Now you want him dead? It's not what you think, okay?
Noriko? You're the one that instigated Kotomi's death instead of involving the police. And now you're like, what? Instead of calling the police, you want to kill him? Oh no, you bad girl, Aoi.
If he dies, it won't be because of me, right? Then the rest of my family won't know I was involved. They won't disown me or think less of me. Aoi. Look, I'm not going to go ahead with it, okay? Besides, you don't even believe the site works, so...
I feel terrible for Aoi. Part of me wants to scream for her to do it, to request that asshole's death and let me or Corpse Girl take care of him. But part of me knows that she can't handle it. She would be crushed with guilt if he really did die. She's delicate and emotional. Being responsible for the death of another human being, a family member at that, would devastate her.
Aoi, my best advice for you is to go to the police. Don't mess with requesting his death. Okay. I gotta go now.
I can see her pouting face in my mind, the face she makes when she doesn't get something she wants. She's not a childish person, but her disappointment is often evident in her
I'll
expressions.
speak to you soon, okay?
She's not a childish person. Oh, God damn it. Now, why did that have to remind me of one of my German teachers? We were reading one of those books. I don't even want to call it a book, it was so boring. But we had to do a scene analysis for one of our exams. And the woman was reacting very, very childishly, and I think like half of our class actually wrote something in that regard, that it seemed very childish. And my German teacher was like, no, that's not a childish reaction, that is a normal, absolutely healthy reaction, that is absolutely understandable. And I was sitting there like, what? She is pouting, she's crying, she's like, if you don't do what I want, I'm gonna leave, even though she's not gonna leave, stuff like that. No, she didn't say she was gonna leave. She was like, I'm not gonna do something for you. I don't know. It was such a weird scene. And hey, it is interpretation. If you can validate it, it's fine. Nobody should be able to be like, no, that is absolutely incorrect. And in my mind, that reaction was childish from a woman that was in her 30s, 40s, even more so.
Okay, bye.
She ends the call and I heave a sigh. I get the nagging feeling that she's going to do something rash, but really, can I blame her? That guy, whoever he is, has been harassing her for so long. It's only natural she'd be at her wit's end. So, if she makes the request, I'll take care of him, and if the guilt eats away at her, I'll be there to comfort her. It's the least I can do as a friend, Noriko. It's the least I can do as Corpse Girl. As I resume getting ready for work, I can't help but replay the conversation in my mind, in my head. I definitely seemed excited about the prospect of Corpse Girls' website being the real deal. Excited, eager, filled with anticipation. That same dizzying feeling I get whenever I'm waiting for victim's death. Waiting for victim's death. And then it hits me, and I immediately realize why Aoi was so excited, why she called me in an uncharacteristically talkative mood. She wanted my opinion on Corpse Girls' operation. She wanted affirmation, confirmation. She wanted reassurance that her victim really is going to perish. She doesn't know that I'm Corpse Girl. She simply wanted a knowledgeable friend to confirm if the rumor was true, because she had already submitted her victim's photo to the website, and she can't wait to find out if he's going to die. Throwing my hand back to the floor, I grab my laptop from the bed. It's right where I left it before falling asleep last night. I put it up and log into Corpse Girls' website. The little blinking notification that I dream about seeing greets me. 3 new requests.
3 new requests? How?
Can't believe what I'm seeing. Quickly queue up the photos to download. After a few seconds, they all open up and I flick through them, with a dumbfounded expression plastered across my face. They're all female, so that rules out my theory that Aoi has requested the death of the guy harassing her. I suppose she really was just excited about the prospect of the website, but hadn't actually gone through with anything yet. But what really surprises me about the new requests is that I recognize one of the young women, yet another person I'm familiar with. Out of all the people in the world, what are the chances of knowing multiple people requested through the website? The girl is Emi Katsuno, if I remember correctly. She went to senior high school with Aoi, Shinya, and myself. It's already been 3 months. I never liked her much. In fact, she was somewhat of a bully towards me. Nothing more than name calling, but in my mind that's as bad as anything else. It's not hard to imagine someone wanting her dead. The other two victims are strangers to me. A ditzy-looking airhead with pink hair and a worn-out, strained woman who could be anywhere from 20 to 40. To get 3 requests all at once is remarkable. How am I going to work through all of these? It's a shame that my operation with KOJIRO isn't fully set up yet. It would be fantastic to go all out on the requests, secure some corpses and take some truly convincing photos. Well, there's no use stressing over that. The first thing I can do is simply get to work on forging some photos. In fact, maybe I'll skip work today so I can dedicate the time to crafting these photos. It's Friday after all. It's pretty much the weekend. No one will care if I don't show up at the office. I nod to myself as if convincing my own mind that I'm making the right choice. I load up the database of the deceased. I step outside my apartment building, squinting in order to defend myself from the overwhelming rays of sunlight assaulting my eyes. As narrow as my vision is, I'm able to determine that KOJIRO is nowhere to be seen. Where is he? Once again, he's making me wait. As I mumble under my breath, I hear the screeching of tires and watch in disbelief as a van pulls up outside my apartment building. It's the beat-up old thing that may have once been white, but now covered in grime. The windows are either tinted or encrusted with dirt. To my surprise, the window on the passenger's side lowers and I see some familiar faces. Next to KOJIRO, in the driver's seat, is none other than Tomoe. She's waving and grinning like a lunatic.
Hey, skank!
So, how's this?
My face must reveal my fury because KOJIRO flinches before I
Where
can
did
even
you even
respond.
get this piece of shit?
Some guy.
Some guy? What guy?
Some guy from the noise marketplace. Only wanted $250 for it. So, here's the other half of your money back. You're welcome.
He holds up the paper bag I gave him earlier. Seems to still have a bit of weight in it. When KOJIRO showed up at my apartment earlier this morning, he told me he'd found a great deal on a van. I had a good feeling about it and I handed him the money to go and secure the vehicle. However, he mentioned that he needed a driver to haul it back. He asked me to call Tomoe for assistance. Thankfully, Tomoe agreed to it. To help. Any opportunity to leave the office was good enough for her. I never expected her and KOJIRO to come back driving a death trap on wheels.
Unbelievable. We're not going to die in this thing, are we?
Who knows?
It has AC!
Great. Did you ask the guy if anyone has ever been murdered in it?
What do you care? It's gonna see a lot of corpses before we're done with it.
He's got a point, but I still don't feel good about it.
We're picking up corpses in this thing.
I was about to say, maybe don't talk about that in front of Tomoe.
It's important. And you owe me one, remember?
That shit's gross. I don't mind driving, but come on. Ugh, whatever. As long as I don't have to touch nothing.
I'm doing the heavy lifting. Don't worry.
Tomoe leans over KOJIRO and squeezes past him awkwardly to speak to me in a hushed voice.
Who is this weirdo anyway? When you said you wanted me to go pick up a van, I thought you'd put me in decent company.
Sorry. He's my, business partner.
This is all for corpse girl shit, right? Well, whatever. I'm cool with it. Just hope this dude doesn't try to cut me or nothing.
He pulls back and gives KOJIRO some air.
Anyway, get in.
Huh? Why?
Going to the morgue.
Hang on, hang on. I haven't planned anything yet. You want to do this now?
If not now, when?
Any other time, after I've had a chance to get organized.
You have requests, right?
Yeah, 3, actually.
Right. So let's go get some bodies that match.
But you haven't even had time to put aside any ashes. You were gonna collect a little from each cremation and put them aside and...
Already done.
Seriously?
Worked night shift last night. Got like 3 or 4 canisters saved up. You said you've got 3 requests? Well, how convenient.
But...
Look, this operation was your idea. You want to do it or not?
Ugh.
I'm just not ready. Kojiro thinks he can just rock up to my place and take me to the morgue? Somewhere I've never been? I've had no time to prepare myself, no time to even think about it. Visiting the factory yesterday left me feeling pretty exhausted. Having to tackle another new place today is simply too much to
I
ask.
told you I'd guide you through the process, right? There's nothing to worry about.
You don't understand. I've never been to the morgue before.
Tome shoots me a quizzical look from behind Kojiro.
You nervous? I think I understand. For me, it's the most relaxing place on Earth. My little sanctuary.
Really?
Sure. No one to talk to me, no one to bother me. Unless you count the dead, of course.
I suppose that's true.
And you won't be alone. You've got me and this chick.
It's Tomoe, thank you very much.
Right. Sauce.
Take a deep breath and brace myself for the next thing I'm about to say.
Okay, let's go.
Kojiro is right. Everything will be okay. I need to get used to going to the morgue. It's a new place, but it's going to be an essential place. I tell myself that this is all for Corpse Girl. For me. For us. Kojiro pulls the van's sliding door open and I take a careful look inside. The morgue is a lot colder than I imagined it would be. I berate myself for not bringing a sweater, but there's nothing I can do about it now. The place has an icy, otherworldly feel to it. It's depressing and clinical and devoid of hope. And then there's the stench. It's not as overwhelming as I feared it may be, but it lingers and claws at my senses. It clings inside my nostrils and mouth and the very interior of my skull. It's very easy to understand why Kojiro's clothes always smell like this place. Once the odor gets a grip on you, it doesn't let go.
Honey, I'm home.
A poor joke and poor taste, even for Kojiro. I feel like I'm going to vomit. Even Tomoe is looking a bit paler than normal. Surprised she accompanied us inside after she spent the whole drive over insisting that she would stay in the van.
They store bodies in here?
Of course. See all these lockers? They're cold chambers. Pretty much all of them are full. A body in each.
Fucking disgusting.
Noriko?
Yeah?
I keep things in order around here. Chambers on the left wall are cadavers due for cremation.
And what about the lockers on the right wall?
No touchy-touchy. They're new arrivals or they're being collected for some reason or other. Autopsy, funeral, etc.
Got it. So, we can only make use of the cadavers in the lockers on the left wall.
That's a bingo.
I listlessly wander over to the left wall. There must be dozens of cold chambers here, all lined up in neat rows. Some doors are slightly ajar, and peeking inside reveals that they're empty, but the vast majority are sealed tight, the occupants within sleeping soundly.
Hey, question.
Shoot.
How do I know who is in each locker? Like, if I wanted to get an old woman's corpse, do I just have to search blindly?
Nah.
Okay, then what do I do?
Come here.
I walk over to Kojiro and follow him to a large computer monitor mounted on the far wall. He taps on a little panel into the wall, and a shelf pops out, revealing a keyboard and a mouse.
Familiar with databases?
Somewhat.
Perhaps all my data entry experience at Temujin will pay off here.
It's pretty simple anyway. Live database contains the current inventory items.
Ew. Well, you refer to these bodies as inventory items?
What would you call them?
Well, like, they used to be real people and shit, right? Why not show some respect?
I don't understand. They're cadavers.
Put a trembling hand on Tomoe's shoulder. I want to comfort her, but the act of doing so is still alien to me.
Don't worry about him, Tomoe. He can be a bit insensitive.
There's the queen of insensitivity.
He's a freak.
Wow. Ouch.
Tomoe scoffs and makes a gesture with a middle finger. I am a little surprised that she's so bothered by this. It's kind of funny that she holds respect for the dead, but not so much for the living.
Okay, so I can search this database for bodies that match my needs.
Yep. Just use the filters at the top. Not many categories, but it has the basics. Age range, gender, name. Not that that'll be useful to you. Actually, that's about it.
It's enough. It'll save some time at the very least.
Okay, so you want to hoist 3 bodies today, right? You said you have 3 requests?
Yeah, but... this place is kind of overwhelming. I'm hesitant to bite off more than we can chew.
What's the game plan, then?
How about we just take 1 body today? We'll take it back to the factory, work on it, and see how we go.
Works for me. Here, use the database.
Kojiro steps away from the monitor and indicates that I should use it. Ah, so that's how they got the dead body of Emmy, was it? To her. But that would also mean they had to move her body before Emmy's the dead person's body before Emmy was found. That is risky. Kojiro steps away from the monitor and indicates that I should use it. I rest my sweaty hands on the keyboard and feel the cold metal buttons sting my skin. Atis, could you go away? I'm not gonna help you. A metal keyboard. It's very fitting for this cold, lifeless place. I have 3 requests currently in the works. I managed to get photos edited for all 3 of them, thanks to taking the day off from the office. There's Emi Katsuna, the bully I went to school with. Then there's the pink-haired girl, the woman that looked tired and worn out. I should try and find a cadaver that matches the appearance of one of those victims. I used the database's filters to search for females, and then I narrowed down the age range to young adults. There are a lot of hits. Just how many people are entombed here, anyway? I skim through the list of results. Since their names are meaningless to me, they might as well all be identical. But the column of data containing cold chamber identification codes is interesting. I point one of the results out to KOJIRO.
Hey, how do I know what these numbers mean? This one here is 64AB. This one is number 31AA.
Ah, okay. Letters correspond to location. First letter refers to left wall or right wall. Second letter refers to top row or bottom row.
Give me an example.
Okay, this one? Number 64AB. The A means it's on the left wall and the B means it's on the bottom row.
Left wall. That's the side I can choose from, right? The body's due for cremation?
Yep.
So I could grab number 64AB if I wanted.
Up to you.
But this one here, let's see, number 98BA. Could I grab that?
No. The first letter is B, so that's on the right wall. No go. Not scheduled for cremation.
I think I get it. Thanks.
Did we really have to have that question in there? Wasn't it pretty obvious? I take a mental list of cold chambers on the wall, a left wall, that fit my overall. This game loves to repeat itself in random, very random situations. Like with this one, okay, it's to make it clearer as to B refers to right wall, A refers to left wall. But then you have these recalls of situation that already happened, and I don't know. Getting so tired. KOJIRO, normally you're my source of energy, but today you're not saving me at all. You came too late. I make a mental list of cold chambers on the left wall that fit my needs.
I'm going to start cracking open some of these sarcophagi.
Haha. That's a new one. Mad.
I hope that my nervousness isn't showing. I almost can't believe that I'm about to examine corpses in the flesh. Corpse Girl would be proud of me right now. As I walk over to the left wall of cold chambers, I catch a glimpse of Tomoe. She's standing by the exit, swiping on her phone as she taps her foot. I reach the first locker I want to look at.
Here we go.
There's a metal handle on the front of the chamber. It's paired with a... it's paired with a release button, which I gather has to be pressed in at the same time as the handle is pulled forward. I grab the handle tightly and press the button and pull with all my strength. Atos, if you need something, go to somebody else. There are enough people in here. A hiss echoes throughout the morgue as frigid, pressurized air billows out of the chamber. The door is now wide open, revealing the darkness within the locker. I peer inside. I can make out the shape of a body bag lying atop the sliding tray inside the locker.
I thought the body would slide out automatically.
No? They just pull the tray out, like you'd pull out an oven tray.
I take a deep breath and grab the edge of the tray, then slide it out. Thankfully, the thick rollers along the bottom rail do most of the work, and once it has momentum, the tray slides all the way out of the chamber. My prize is revealed at last. A musty white body bag, packed full with decomposing corpse.
Now what?
Just unzip the HRP.
The what?
KOJIRO rolls his eyes.
The body bag. Unzip it, but cover your nose.
I do as I'm told. My left hand pinches my nostrils and my right hand grips the tag attached to the bag zipper. Tug the tag down and drag it along the length of the bag, and the zip makes a familiar sound. And I smell the decomposing corpse and vomit on the ground, and fall to my knees, trying to catch my vomit and hold my nose closed at the same time. Who wrote this? Shame on you! Tears well in my eyes, and I can't help but cry as the stench strikes me across the face again, and the river of bile and sick pouring down my clothes feels like a searing hot kettle prot against my skin. The sight of the corpse in the bag flickers in my vision and sears itself into my retinas. I can't get it out of my head, even when I close my eyes, and I can't get it out of my head, and I can't not see it anymore, and I can't help but think of my own reflection and how much I resemble Noriko and the corpse girl and the corpse in the back, all mixed together in some completely fucked up hybrid of decaying flesh and bone. I think Kojiro and Tome or Aoi grabs my shoulders to drag me away from the body, but Aoi isn't here anyway, and the hands feel so strong and warm and not brittle and lifeless like mine, and not slender and perfect like Aoi's, but I get dragged away regardless, and my eyes are watering, and the fluorescent lights on the ceiling are magnified by my tears, and I want to tear my eyes out and get the sight of the corpse out of my mind. I've seen so many corpses over the last year. I've seen countless photos of bodies dismembered and asphyxiated and electrocuted and shot and maimed and drowned, and yet the decaying corpse in the body bag, or the HRP as Kojiro called it, is worse than any of them. And it's worse than anything I could have ever imagined, and it's worse than me, and worse than Corpse Girl, and for a fleeting moment I begin to question what I've spent the last year doing. What am I doing? Involving myself with the dead and buried. The frantic screams of a girl resound in my ears, in my eyes, in my nostrils, and I think she's calling my name, but it doesn't sound like my name. It sounds like a Noriko or something along those lines. Maybe Yuriko? Maybe she's calling out for my sister. But my sister isn't here, Noriko isn't here, and I'm the only one here, lying on my side on the cold tile floor and covered in warm vomit and hot tears, and I feel the body lying next to me and smiling and offering me a cup of coffee from the lovely French cafe I went to one time. I picture that lifeless corpse in my mind smiling and calling me names like bitch queen or goth bitch or bitch, basically just any senseless name she can pair with the word bitch. That word I hate so much that Yuriko used to always call me. That mother used to always call me. That word that carries so much hate and contempt and yet rolls off the tongue so easily. The lifeless corpse keeps calling my names, keeps taunting me, keeps growing out her long blonde hair, and she taunts me with a fake smile, fake eyelashes. She corners me in the classroom and pulls my hair and rips out a fistful of it and laughs and calls me bitchy bitch and screams and cackles, and I realize that she's always bullied me like this, and I hate her for it because I never did anything to her. I never did anything to Emi Katsuno, but she always bullied me. But she never bullied Aoi because no one was allowed to bully Aoi because the teachers all said so. They all said she's been through too much already, but it's okay to bully Noriko or me or Noriko, that's fine. They all said so. Emi liked to bully me and call me the bitch, and she liked to pull my hair out, but that's fine, because their hair grows back eventually, and it meant that she didn't bully Aoi. So, in a way, I was protecting Aoi, and that's all that ever really mattered. Give me any form of, you know, connotation, end sentences where they make sense, and stop putting but, and whatnot. Yes, I know it's supposed to show how stressed she is, and it is hard to read. And the corpse in my mind is an Emmy, but it might as well be. It might as well be her. Maybe I can make it her. Maybe the corpse can become Emmy Katsuno, and if I send her the photograph of the corpse, then she might kill herself. She might kill herself.
Fuck.
Okay. My neck cracks loudly as I sit up straight. I blink a few times to clear the tears out of my eyes, and the worried faces of Kojiro and Tomoe appear in my vision.
Yo, you okay?
What the fuck, Noriko?
What does...
I'm fine.
I spit the remnants of vomit out of my mouth, is what she said before that.
You don't fucking look fine. You chucked up all over the place.
She'll be right. Seen this kind of thing before.
What do you mean?
Pretty normal to react like that to a decomposing cadaver. Surprised you're okay, Tomo?
It's Tomoe. Shit. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't like him, but I've seen corpses before.
Well, I thought Noriko had too.
Just pictures, I guess.
I'm not forgetting the carnage I witnessed at this train station thanks to Kotomi either. Somehow, seeing a stiff cadaver in a body bag was so much more overwhelming. It might be the stench if it is actually decomposing already at a decomposing state, because those cooling chambers are there for a reason, to stop exactly that, the decomposition. So, I don't know, maybe you should check your cooling system if it is decomposing because it's not working properly.
Right. Are you really Corpse Girl?
Apparently.
Come on, let's get you up.
Tomoe grabs me in a sort of bear hug and lifts me to my feet.
Sorry about the vomit.
It's fine. It's fucked up, but it's fine.
Call it a day?
Put my weights on my unsteady feet and step away from Tomoe.
No. There's something I need to do.
I stare straight at the corpse in the body bag. Her face is still exposed, lifeless, expressionless. Her hair is long, blonde. I imagine her with a bit of makeup, some blush, some lipstick, some fake eyelashes.
Whoever this was, she's exactly what I need for my next victim.
That worked out well.
Can we get her into the van?
Okay, I'll grab a trolley. Tomoe, give me a hand?
Ugh, if I have to.
I nod and whisper more thanks to both of them. Still a little groggy and unstable, I make my way to the morgue's door. I'll wait in the van for now. I need to take a moment to restore my energy. The real work will begin when we get to the factory. Okay, hello? We arrive at the factory after a brief pit stop at my apartment to collect my makeup kit. Kojiro manages to fix the lock on the front entrance, meaning we didn't have to try and shimmy cadaver through the side window. He even found the proper key for the place on one of the rusted workbenches. Toma helped to drag a workbench to the center of the factory floor, and we hoisted the cadaver on top of it. Kojiro unwrapped it from the HRP, which he explained simply meant human remains pouch. Staring down at the body before me, I now begin to wonder why I freaked out so much at the morgue. It's just a body, a lifeless thing that was once somebody, but now has no meaning in its existence.
It's kind of gross, but it's not really that bad.
Ugh. I'm glad you've come around, but I still don't want nothing to do with it.
Right, so we're here. We got your body. What now?
I fetch my makeup kit from the floor beside the workbench and place it next to the corpse.
We're going to make this body look as close as possible to this girl.
I flash my phone at Kojiro and Toma, showing off the photo of Emi Katsuno that was submitted to Corpse Girls' website.
Right. But why?
Because then we can photograph it and convince the victim, Emmy, that it's her own dead body.
Why?
I furrow my brow. Kojiro coughs in an attempt to hide his laughter.
That's how Corpse Girl does things.
I don't know. Sounds like a shit plan. We went to all that effort to steal a dead body and you just want to take photos of it?
Look, so far I've done everything with photo manipulation. And sometimes it's successful, like with Akane Tsurumaki.
That bitch?
It convinced her to kill herself. But I'll admit that it hasn't worked so well on Corpse Girl's other victims.
So you think repeating the same thing that don't work over and over again will eventually work?
She's got a point, Noriko. Corpse Girl doesn't have the best track record. Maybe something has to change.
But what? This is the way I've always done things, and...
I hang my head in defeat. I don't know what to do. I spent all morning crafting fake photos of my 3 victims, but for what purpose? They're not going to convince anyone to kill themselves off, finally. And now I'm standing here in the factory, looking at a corpse that I want to decorate as Emi Katsuno, just as I can take photographs of it. And there's no point in doing so. I already crafted the photo of Emi's death, so why am I here? What the hell am I doing?
You two are right. I can't keep going on like this. I've already crafted a photo of this victim's death. So I really don't know why I let it get so far. I guess I didn't truly think we'd pull this off. I kind of just went along with Kojiro's suggestion to go to the morgue.
Hey, don't pin it on me. This is your scheme.
The weirdo is right. This is on you, Nariko.
They are right. They're both spot on. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just wasting my time. Their time. I'm wasting Corpse Girls' time.
Here, give me your phone.
Without waiting for approval, Tomoe snatches my phone out of my hands. She swipes past the photo of Emi, then swipes back to
Yo,
it.
you said you already made the corpse photo. Where is it?
I don't keep it on my phone. That would be stupid. The only copy is still on my laptop at home.
But you've got a photo of this bitch on your phone.
Well, yeah. I just pulled it from her noise profile earlier. It's exactly the same image that was uploaded to Corpse Girl's website, though.
Right.
Hold it. How did you know the Vic's name? Corpse Girl doesn't ask for a name.
Oh, this girl... I actually went to school with her. It's a coincidence, I assure you.
Uh-huh.
Look, that doesn't matter, does it?
Well, tell me what the corpse photo looks like.
Well... It wasn't my most creative work. I had 3 requests to fulfill in a short amount of time, so I kinda made them all similar.
Slappe.
I made it look like this girl, Emmy, fell from a tall building and splattered on the pavement.
Atos.
Fucking lame.
Yeah. Why did you want to know, anyway?
Well, I've got an idea for you. I know, I'm just the driver and all, but you've dragged me in this far, so at least let me make a suggestion, Kay?
Okay, go ahead.
We've got this here body. You've got a corpse photo of the bitch all locked and loaded. Let's kick it up a notch. Take your time to apply makeup. Make the body really look like the victim. Send her the corpse photo first, and then we'll deliver this body to the bitch.
Deliver the body?
We rock a better joint, leave the dead body on her doorstep, and then we fucking get out of there. Can you imagine how fucking scary it would be to come face to face with your own corpse? Think about it from her perspective. She gets a photo of her own dead body, right? Then, like, hours later, just as she's trying to get it out of her mind, her own corpse shows up at her house. She'll fucking snap, I guarantee it. Hell, I probably would too, and I know what's going on.
I can't believe it. Tomoe has completely lost the plot. Her plan is incredibly devious. It's almost evil, and I'm in love with the idea. I'm in love with the idea of delivering a person's own corpse to them before they kill themselves.
Tomoe!
Despite my own nature, I find myself throwing myself at Tomoe and wrapping my arms around her.
Yo, what the?
I bury my head between her neck and shoulder, the warmth of her body radiating through my own cold and clammy form. I start to sob uncontrollably. Maybe I still have tears left over from my incident at the morgue, or maybe I'm just truly happy at this moment.
Tomoe! Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Your idea is brilliant. It's perfect. Oh, I can't think of a better way to bring Corpse Girl's plans to fruition.
I mean, I just said the first thing that came to mind, so... But hey, I'm real glad you like the idea. I'm happy to help.
I wipe my eyes, but I don't let go of Tomoe.
Hell. I wonder if you'd make a better Corpse Girl than me.
I think everybody would make a better corpse girl than you, but hey, that's just a personal opinion.
Don't be stupid. I just had one good idea is all. No, come on. It ain't like you to get all sappy. Pick yourself up, yeah?
Right. In a moment.
I nuzzle my cheek further into Tomoe's neck and feel her skin prickle underneath my breath. She tenses up a little, but doesn't push me away.
You're so warm.
Jeez. Come on now, we've got work to do.
Okay.
I reluctantly step back from Tomoe and wipe my eyes. Tomoe is a little red in the face. She ruffles the collar of her shirt and fans her face.
You never had a girl cling to me like that before. Better not tell Shinya in case he gets real jealous.
Right. KOJIRO is silent. He seems to be simply observing the moment. I take a second to compose myself. Tomoe is right. We do have work to do. I look to the corpse atop the table, patiently waiting for us to conclude our discussion. I almost wish I was as patient as the
We
dead.
starting?
Yes. Let's do this.
Mad. Few things to keep in mind. Putting makeup on a cadaver isn't as simple as you think. This one's already decomposing. Not all the makeup will take. Put a little extra on. Don't be stingy. It doesn't help that the body is ice cold. Now, if we had a space heater, we could warm it up. That would help the makeup stick. But it'll speed up decomposition.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We can't have it decomposing any faster. It's already out of cold storage, so I imagine we don't have long as it is.
Right. We're going to want to deliver it to your Vic soon, like less than 24 hours soon.
That's fine.
Yo, what about timing the delivery? Corpse Girl's photos have a, what's it called, a timestamp?
Yeah, I timestamped the photos with a supposed time of death. I usually set it to a little after the time the victim receives the photo, sometimes a few hours, sometimes a whole day.
Uh-huh, I get it. Well, like, for best effect, we're gonna want to deliver the corpse before the time marked on the photo, right? That way, the Vic gets the photo and the corpse before the set time. Creates a kind of ticking time bomb. Should convince him to off himself before time's up.
That makes sense. I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, so, what time did you write on this Emmy chick's corpse photo?
I scratch my head and try to think about it. It's hard to recall since I created 3 different photos at the same time. I'm pretty confident I lined them up, all up, one after another. Now a gap in between each one.
7:28 a.m. tomorrow.
We gotta deliver the corpse before then, huh?
Too early, usually asleep.
Well, you're gonna have to get your ass up early for Noriko.
For Corpse Girl.
KOJIRO groans, but he doesn't object further.
So, I'll send the photo out when I get home tonight. Emmy will receive it before she goes to bed for the night. It should shake her a little.
Then, in the morning, she'll wake up to her doorbell ringing and a corpse left on her doorstep.
That should be enough to do the trick.
Think you're both forgetting something. Where are we delivering the corpse?
Are you dense? We're delivering it to this Emmy bitch's home.
Sure, of course. But where does she live? Got her address?
Oh,
Ah, shit.
A hole in the plan, a massive flaw that we completely overlooked. Our stunned silence is the only answer KOJIRO needs.
This whole thing is a bust. Kinda disappointed in you, Noriko. Thought Corpse Girl was some mastermind, some genius worth worshipping.
I don't have a response to that comment. Bile begins to rise in my throat as a pit opens up inside my stomach.
Turns out everything so far has been sheer luck. Well, I'm out. Use the factory if you want, but I'm not sticking around.
KOJIRO waves half-heartedly and walks away. I can't say anything to stop him. My thoughts are frozen, locked in place, chained down by humiliation and anxiety.
Hold up just one fucking second.
Of course, Tomoe never fails to grab somebody's attention. KOJIRO turns back.
We're just getting started here. Of course there's gonna be hiccups. We'll iron out all the details as we go. Don't just abandon Noriko like that. Corpse Girl has done more for me than you'll ever know.
That's so?
Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna stand by her side. If you're a coward, feel free to bow out now. But if Noriko means anything to you, anything at all, then just swallow your fucking doubts and help her out.
Tomoe, I never thought she'd be one to make a rousing speech, short and simple though it was.
Right. Suppose we did make a deal after all? Though, nothing really stopping me from taking cadavers from the morgue whenever I want now. Still, I guess I'll help you out. But if this keeps going astray, I really will walk away.
Fine, but follow through on this one victim at least.
I managed to gather up enough strength to make a simple plea.
please. I can't do this without you.
Okay. Find Emmy's address. If Tomoe drives, I'll handle moving the corpse in the morning.
Not firmly.
Okay, I'll work it out. Thank you, KOJIRO.
Kojiro waves once again and takes his leave. The heavy steel door at the front of the factory slams shut behind him.
Phew. Okay, got any ideas?
Maybe one. Can you call Shinya? Ask him if he remembers Emi Katsuno from school, and see if he knows where she lives.
Shinya? Oh yeah. He said once that you went to school together. Guess he might know Emmy too, huh?
My thoughts exactly. I'm going to make a call as well.
I quickly make a call to Aoi. As the phone is ringing, I look up at the sky above. The sun has nearly disappeared from the sky and we're running out of light. If there was electricity connected here, we wouldn't have a problem, but if it gets much darker than this, we're going to struggle to apply makeup to the cadaver.
Noriko? Hey, me again. Feels like we just spoke this morning, hey? It was this morning. Yeah. Listen, just a quick question. Do you remember Emi Katsuno from school? Katsuno? Okay, that's really freaky, Noriko. Huh? What is? I bumped into Katsuno just today at the mall. You're kidding. I'm serious. She was pretty distressed, actually. She just got fired from her job. I see. Actually, it's kind of funny. I spoke with you about Corpse Girl's website this morning, and I spoke to Katsuno about it too. Really? Seems like there's someone she wanted dead. Maybe. I'm not sure. Perhaps her boss that fired her? Interesting. Why are you asking about her anyway? It's an odd question, but do you happen to know where she lives? Yes. Wait, seriously? Mm-hmm. Want me to send you her address? Are you going to visit her? Oh, Howie! If you could send her address, then I'll really owe you one. Sure. I'll text it through. I didn't think you'd actually know it, but I wanted to ask anyway. No problem. I followed her home today from the mall, so I guess it worked out well for you.
Hang on. I followed Emmy home from the mall, like he stalked her.
What did you say? Oh, I followed Emmy home today. I got on the train carriage behind hers. Well, don't worry. She didn't see me. Howie, what are you talking about? Well, I wanted to find out if she was going to use Corpse Girl's website, since I recommended it to her and all. I don't know what to say. Hey, I'm still at work, okay? I shouldn't really be talking on the phone. We'll chat later. Bye-bye. Owie, wait, don't hang up.
Phone call ends abruptly, and I have to end the stream very abruptly because apparently Artos needs to be let out. And just based on the achievement I just looked up, we are quite far away from... Oh, there she is. So everybody is gonna join us here? Everybody we forged a bond with. Interesting. But yeah. We haven't even completed Act 1 yet. And there are 3 acts plus the ending? Question mark? So, yeah, we're kind of far off. I don't know. Did I really take that much time playing this game? Apparently. But yeah, I guess we are now back at square one, or back at the time of the prologue. killing Emmy now from seeing the other perspective. Interesting. But yeah, let's look at that tomorrow further. And we need to get going. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.